All right, we are going for 16 days to Europe, and this is what we are bringing on our long haul flight with 4 days in Rome on land and then another additional 10 days on a cruise ship in Europe, going to Italy, France, and Spain, and then we end in Barcelona, Spain, and flying back. So what am I all bringing? Number one, we're going to Europe, right? So there's gonna be amazing wine. And so we are bringing these liquor wine holders that you get on Amazon, and everything I'm gonna be talking about that is available, I will link below or something similar. And we have used these on 2 different trips already. When we took our kids to we went on the Wonder of the Seas last summer and we did rum tasting. And then we did it a second time when my husband and I were on Virgin Voyages cruise, and I'll link those above so you can look at those if you're interested. And we have used these and they have worked awesome. It is padded on the inside. It's extremely lightweight. It packs flat, obviously, until you get your bottle in there. And we did not have any issues, and we brought back probably more than we needed of rum. And so our plan is to bring back wine from Italy in these containers on the way back. Now, my husband also got a wine suitcase, so stay tuned if we bring that and use a partial one of those, and I will do a review on that if we do. Now, it's going to be a long haul flight, right? So I need sleep. And we don't want to be jet lagged. And particularly when you go east, the jet lag can be worse than when you're going west, which clearly we are. So what are the things that I am bringing to make this happen? It's going to be somewhat minimalistic, but enough that I can get my sleep. Number one, I am bringing a blanket because it can get really cold on the plane and I want to be comfortable. This one has a zipped up container. It has a hook to your backpack or whatever carry-on you're bringing, and it is a very soft, fluffy blanket that fits in there. Now, if you just need a pillow, it also is used as a pillow. But one disadvantage and one hack for you, I will say, so here's a little pro tip hack. If you take the blanket out of it and you want a pillow and a blanket, fill this thing up with socks, t-shirts, underwear, whatever, and you can have the best of both worlds then. You'll have a packed item that will not take up any items in your suitcase because you can hook it to your backpack, filled as a pillow, and then you'll have a blanket to be able to use in the plane as well. So there's a little hack for you. Now, I want to feel like I am human when I'm there, right? So the night before, night before we're on the plane, I'm gonna wash my face. I'm not gonna wear any makeup on the plane because again, I'm kind of gonna treat it like nighttime, even though it's not gonna be quite nighttime. So I'm gonna go in with a clean face that I'll do at the airport, actually. I'm gonna bring my items and actually wash my face at the airport. The next morning, which will again, to feel less jet lagged when I'm on the plane, I'm gonna wanna wash and freshen up again. So I'm bringing just a few essentials. Now, you don't wanna use the water on the plane because it's not potable water. It's just a tank. And so you don't really want to use that, especially if you get breakouts or the bacteria that can be in there. It's not drinkable, so therefore I don't want it on my face. So I am bringing just a very inexpensive micellar water with these disposable washcloths. So these are the Clean Skin Club. They come 10 in a pack. They're amazing. They're disposable. And sometimes when you're in Europe as well, you don't get washcloths. And I prefer a washcloth. So I'm gonna bring one of these disposable washcloths with my micellar water, and I'm able to wash my face the next morning and then put on some moisturizer that I'll have with me as well. So no issues there. I'm also, for our family, and it is our family of 5 going, so stay tuned for more videos for all 5 of us. I have 2 college-age students and a high school kid that my oldest is graduating college, so this is also part of that. But we are all gonna be taking these Colgate Wisps, which there are, oh gosh, how many are in here? Doesn't actually say. 24, I'm sorry, 24 in this. And they're disposable toothbrushes that have toothpaste already built in. So you don't have to mess with bringing your toothbrush and toothpaste if you don't want to. These 24 pack, which will last forever, you can just brush your teeth in the plane and throw it away and feel freshened up. So these are also going with all of us. I'm also going to be bringing these LED mirrors, which again, I have 2 sets. This one is small. It's not my favorite, but if you just want a really small one that'll fit in your purse, this one does work great. It lights up, if you can see that, with 3 different settings. And so if you just want to touch up your makeup or just kind of see maybe eye drops, different things like that, this works great. If you want a larger one, then you have this one as well. And again, different settings. You can see that it turns on different settings and you just charge those, very flat. You can see from a size on my hand, very flat, easy to pack. So these will be going with me as well. If I want to put my makeup on in the plane the next morning, then I have that available to me. I am also giving all of us these liquid IV hydrations. One of the ways to prevent jet lag that will improve it anyway is to not be dehydrated, and you will be dehydrated on the plane on the way over. So I am bringing my water bottle with me as well, which I will talk about this in a second, and I'm bringing the liquid IV hydration for the next morning, because just getting that little boost of hydration will make you just feel better if you have headaches and just kind of that, we know the feeling, right? When you just feel like you haven't slept well, which even with these tips, still going to feel jet lagged, I know, but this is to help prevent some of that. So I talked about the water bottle. So Rome in particular has, they're called, I think I'm going to mispronounce it, Nasonis. And basically it's fresh water that you're able to get throughout the whole city. This one is very, very lightweight. It is 32 ounces. It's on Amazon and it's very inexpensive. It's got a strap, so if I just want to hook it to something, and I do have some hooks like this that I can hook it to a backpack, or I can just easily carry it on my arm, and it's lightweight. So actually I am bringing this to bring with me for the trip as well. And those are the main things for the plane. Now, we're going to be using our devices on the plane. So battery and extra battery will be important, and I'll talk about that in a second. My Kindle, any downloaded movies in your phones if you need that, or for your kids and your iPad. One thing that we use, and we have a couple of these for everyone, and you can see it packs flat, but it also just holds, it can hold your phone, it can hold your iPad, and it can also hold the Nintendo Switch. So this is great for my son because it packs flat for him, and he's able to play his games if he wants and watch the movies that he's interested. So that will be coming with us. And then of course my Kindle. I don't leave anywhere without it. Honestly, you can see it's flat. This is one of the best purchases. Like if it broke today, I would buy one today. I would buy another one tonight. So instead of bringing heavy books, and yes, I know some people like their books, but you can download several books in this, and it's lightweight, it packs easy. I don't think you'll go back once you've started. Now we'll talk a little bit about the rest of the items that I'm bringing specifically for Europe. So again, I am bringing a couple battery packs for the phone because I am going to be taking video, so I can show you some of that and pictures, and everybody wants to take pictures. So this little iWalk, and I've talked about this before, is awesome because it's cordless, so you don't have to worry about messing a cord. It sticks in your phone, and you can continue using your phone while the battery is charging. And I used this at Disney last December, and it worked fantastic. I can also even put it in my pocket or my purse and plug it in, and I don't have to mess with cords. So that is something for sure that is going with me. Other thing that's going to be going with me, and it will be with me on the plane in my carry-on, is my medications. So I always bring a couple different items for medications, especially when I'm going out of the country. I always bring my first aid pack, which has essentials, Tylenol, ibuprofen, motion sickness meds, Tums and Pepto-Bismol, Band-Aids, different things like that. And that one kind of stays in the hotel room as kind of my first aid kit. And then I bring a smaller one in this little pouch. And I can also link the pouches below if that's something you're interested in, because I have various sizes and they come in such great handy. And I bring a smaller one. And in this one, I'll have, again, motion sickness meds, because you don't know, especially if you're on a cruise or even on land, if you're traveling on a bus, in a car, there's curvy things, you might get motion sickness even if you don't normally get motion sickness. So I always carry that. And I have just a little pack in my purse that I bring, as well as these little moleskins, these Better Blister bandages. They are water resistant. They just stick right on. They actually can work better than Band-Aids because, especially if you're hot and sweating, it'll just stick on better, and it prevents or helps if you have a blister, and it packs real flat in your purse. So these are really handy as well, especially when you're doing a lot of touring, which we're going to be doing in Europe for sure. And then last for medicines, I also have this to-go pack. And in this pack, you can have several different options, and this one actually has 10 different medications that you can put in this little pack, and you can see how little it is. So in this one, I might have I have some melatonin, or I have some vitamin B12s, or those vitamins that I want to take, or some essential medicines. Now, I will be bringing some prescription medications that I'm on and my husband is on, and that has to be in the prescription container with the prescription. So those won't be going in here where I would do that normally if I was in the United States. But since I need to have the prescription, those will be kept with me in my personal carry-on with the prescription. So keep that in mind. My favorite, honestly, motion sickness medicine, and I have used Dramamine and I have used Bonine, is this meclizine, which is the ingredient in Bonine. But you get so many more. You get you get 100 tablets in this bottle, and it lasts forever. And in my opinion, I don't know why, but I feel a little bit less drowsy when I take it. So this is my favorite motion medicine that I will link below if that's something that you're interested in as well. All of our bags will have Apple AirTags. Nothing is worse than you don't have your luggage. Now, at least if you lose your luggage, you'll be able to know where it's at. So all of our luggage will have these Apple AirTags. I do recommend them. If you are one that especially is worried about maybe your bag that has your cash in it or your credit cards, we'll talk a little bit about how I'm gonna handle that. Or even your passports. I actually recently had a friend whose daughter lost her passport and she had an Apple AirTag, but not where she had her passport. So if that's important, and it could be, maybe get an Apple AirTag that might help with that. You can't go to Europe without an international adapter, especially if you're in the United States. And so I bought these international adapters for Europe specifically. And this is great because it has 3 different plugs. So you plug it in once to the European outlet, 3 different United States plugs, plus 2 USB and a USB-C. So you'll be able to plug in multiple devices into this adapter, and it comes in a 2-pack, and it's pretty inexpensive. So my daughter will have one, I'll have one, and each of our kids will have one, because you don't want one that only has 1 or 2 outlets, because we always have more than one thing that needs to plug in, right? So this will be very important to bring as well. And then in addition, I am bringing a non-surge protect power strip as well, if you will, for the cruise ship, and potentially even to plug into here if I need longer, if I want my phone closer to me, or you maybe have a CPAP machine and you need it closer to you. Think about bringing one of these that's non-surge protect as well, that you can plug into this and you get a longer cord, and it actually unwraps. So you get a longer cord so they can reach it better if that's important to you. These little guys have been a new one for me the last few trips, and I will never travel without them. So I talked about this medication, but these little guys I actually use when I have bulkier medications, for example, like my magnesium. They're pretty larger pills. And so I just put them in here, and you can see how small this is. And it has just a little Ziploc. And you can just put it in your purse just to bring the few essentials that you need. It comes in several in a pack. And it would also be great for like smaller jewelry, maybe hearing aids, different things that when you're on the plane, like when I'm wearing my earrings and I don't want to wear them when I'm sleeping, I can just take them off, put it in this bag, and put it in my purse or my carry-on. So these are also fantastic. They're inexpensive, they're reusable, and I've been using them quite often actually. Okay, now we're gonna kind of move on to the bags that I'm bringing and other essentials. So some of the bags that I'm bringing, I'm actually bringing my Lululemon kind of crossbody bag, and I bring this on everything, so it'll be in the front of me. It's large, it carries all my essentials, and that'll be what I'll be bringing probably majority of the time. But there are gonna be those times where, especially in like Barcelona or some of the more touristy areas in Rome, where I might want to have something a little more secure. And so I am bringing this fanny pack as well. It is RFID protective. You can't cut through it, so it's got that protection as well. It's got locks that will lock together if that's important to you. It's got a back zippered pocket so that the part against your body will be even more protected. And so this is also going with me for those times where we really want to have a little bit more security because of the pickpockets in Rome. And then my husband is going to use this little money pouch on occasion. Now, we haven't actually used this before, so I am bringing it. We'll see if it actually gets used. I feel like with some of the things that we have, it should be fine, but it packs practically to nothing. And so we are going to bring this just in case we feel like we want to be a little more secure with our essential items. But one heavy hitter and I use this every day, is the wallet. So if you're going to be bringing smaller bags, You don't want a thick wallet, right? You want a thin wallet. And so I get this on Amazon and I use it every day. And I have 2 of these. And you can tell my license goes in the front pocket. It has a spot for cash. It has a few card holders. And so it really packs everything that I need. And you can tell how flat it is. It is RFID protected from scanning. So that means they can't scan your information. And I have 2 of these. And what I do is I split up the cash and the credit cards into each one. And one goes in the safe and one is carried with me. That way, if I get pickpocketed or if somebody gets my cards or anything, then I have cash and a credit card in the safe with my passport. So my license will be in this one, my passport, second credit card, and cash in the other one in the safe. That way we can still get home if we need to, and all those things that we need to do. So don't carry everything in one place if you don't have to. If you're not aware, when you're in Rome or Europe, you are not allowed to go in some churches without having your shoulders covered or your knees covered. So I am bringing this very lightweight, it is a Tommy Bahama lightweight linen scarf, cream scarf that I can put over my shoulders if I am wearing a tank top. And you'll see some of the outfits that I'm bringing. So I am bringing that as well. For shoes, then I am going very, very comfortable. For those who know me, knows I do not walk unless it's comfortable shoes. So the 2 tennis shoes that I am bringing my Adidas, my ever trusty, very, very comfortable Adidas Ultra Boost. And I am also bringing a second pair. These are the Dr. Scholl's white sneakers. And again, I would not wear these if I was going on a 12-hour tour. And we do have a couple 10 and 12-hour tours. When I'm doing those tours, I'm gonna be wearing my good shoes, whether I'm wearing a dress or not. But if I'm doing a 4-hour tour, I will wear these. Because again, they are cuter. They do look better with dresses. They are the Dr. Scholl's. My daughter and I actually walked 2 miles in them because she has them as well. And our feet were fine. Now, was it as comfortable as these tennis shoes? No, and I'm not gonna lie to you and say they are. But they were fine. So I am going to be bringing those as well. And one of the reasons you wanna bring 2 pairs of tennis shoes is if it starts raining, you don't want wet feet, and your shoes the next day, if they're still wet, you will get blisters. So having shoes to alternate in, even if it's just rubbing in a different spot, this is something I do for Disney as well. I bring 2 different shoes to alternate in at least every other day so that it's not rubbing in the same spot. And then the third pair of shoes that I'm bringing is my trusty Sorel sandals. Now, again, I've talked about these in the past. It has a great grip. You can see the little scalloping. It goes with everything, whether it's swimsuit, casual shorts, or dresses. They are extremely comfortable. Anywhere from my 21-year-old daughter to my almost 70-year-old mother has these shoes and finds them comfortable. So I highly, highly recommend these shoes. And then I also will be slipping in my flip-flops, and I can talk about those as well. They are very comfortable. They are ones that don't slip in the water. I've worn them many times as well, and I do highly recommend those. So I will be wearing these on the plane and packing the flip-flops, the sandals, and these shoes in my bag. So that's what I'm bringing for shoes. Now for the clothes. I am actually bringing this dress. This dress is from Amazon. You can tell it has a sash tie that actually comes completely off. It is elastic waist. It is down to a midi length, which is something that I prefer when I am not wanting to show my legs. And it's got the flutter sleeves as well as my knees covered, so it'll go with any church. It is on Amazon. It's got multiple sizes, multiple colors. This is the green that I was kind of partial to, and I really, really like it. My daughter also liked it, so she claims she might be borrowing it, so I will link that below. And so if that's something that you're interested in. For other clothes that I am bringing, this is also on Amazon, and I have worn this several times. It is a linen blend, cropped, more of a cropped top with the cropped pants, and I love it. It is so comfortable. You can get it on Amazon. It comes in multiple colors, and I have found that I love it wearing when I am traveling. So it does wrinkle, if I'm being honest, it does wrinkle. So for that reason, I always bring Downy wrinkle spray. You can tell that this is the travel size. It works fantastic. Most of the things that I bring don't wrinkle, but if I do have a few items that might have some wrinkles, I just spray this on it tug it a little bit, and I'm telling you, the wrinkles come almost right out. So I highly, highly recommend bringing down a wrinkle release spray as well. I don't monkey around with steamers or irons. Now for dresses, as well as this green one that I'm bringing, I'm also gonna be bringing several dresses. So I'm gonna talk about these first three first. These are the Rails dresses. You guys have heard me talk about Rails brand before. I know they're expensive. They really, really are. And you can find less expensive items of those same materials that I'll also try to find for you and link below. But these are some of my favorites. So I am bringing this pink dress. That is a rail that, again, it's gauzy. It's got an elastic waistband, so I don't have to worry about what I'm eating when I'm in Rome, eating all the awesome croissants and different things they have, because that's what I plan on doing. I am bringing a white gauzy dress as well. That's a midi length. I will be bringing and then this one that's also a midi length that is floral. Again, elastic waist, all gauzy material. So it'll be very breathable when we're in Rome and Italy and France. I'll be able to go in all the churches because my knees and shoulders will be covered. So I know these will be heavy hitters for me that I am bringing when I go. And then I'm going to be bringing just some maybe dresses that I could wear by the pool if I'd like, or to dinner on the ship if I don't really want to wear maybe more of the formal type dresses. These are my trusty Athleta dresses, and so you guys have seen these before. Again, they practically fold up to nothing, and I wear them and bring them wherever I'm going. I am bringing 2 pairs of gauzy pants and a skirt. So the first skirt is a neutral, again, very lightweight, breathable material with zippered pockets that I'll be able to wear with tank tops and other shirts. Again, covers my knees. And then I am bringing the gauzy white and black pants that I have talked about in the past. They work fantastic for breathable. They work great if you have a sunburn and you want something that is lightweight and cooling, but yet will feel very comfortable. I do recommend that. And then, as we've talked about before, I have the Rails shirts with the gauzy material. Again, with a sunburn, feels amazing on your skin. But even if you're just hot, they go with everything. My newest one is this white cropped one. They go with everything that I have for the shorts. And then those are the dresses and pants that I'll be bringing. Again, we are gone for 16 days, so I do feel like I need to bring more than normal. I am also bringing a couple biker shorts. These are on Amazon. They come in a 3-pack. They were very inexpensive. The reason I'm bringing these is if you have some chafing, or maybe you just want to put your phone and your wallet in the little pockets underneath your dress, or if it's going to be windy and you're worried about wind. I'm bringing 2 more of a light blue and a black color for wear under the dresses, if that is an option. I have 3 different tank tops. And you guys know how I feel about my shorts. So I am bringing 3 different, and you can tell this is already packed because we're leaving in a few days in my packing cube. And in my packing cube, which I also recommend, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different tank tops. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different pairs of shorts in one packing cube. So really, I could get 10 outfits in this one packing cube. So it doesn't take much. If you're like, how are you getting all that in? You can, even if you're a messy packer like me, you can get them in these packing cubes. So I do highly recommend the packing cubes as well. And that is what I am bringing. Now I might eliminate a couple things. We're leaving in a couple days, but I don't think so. I think this is pretty much what I am going to be bringing. And then last but not least, I always bring euros too. So you don't have to. You can clearly do an ATM and get euros when you're there. But I am bringing euros for a few different reasons. First of all, when we get there, sometimes we're jet lagged. I don't want to have to deal with that. Second of all, I know sometimes you have to pay for a bathroom. So I want to make sure I have plenty of euros for that. And then with that, I am also bringing a little coin purse. So one thing you might want to consider if you don't want the wallet, they do have these coin purses that has a zippered. You can put your ID here, and it has a little wristlet. So if you're worried about it getting stolen, you can have that little wristlet. But the nice thing about these little coin purses, this one also has a hook that can hook to your purse as well. It's a Bagolini, both on Amazon, is sometimes you need the coins that you get back for going to the bathroom, and where are you going to put your coins? So I am bringing a little coin purse as well as those euros. All right, so I will be telling you how this trip goes. We are super excited, and I'll let you know what worked, what didn't. And if you liked this video or found it helpful at all, if you could please give me a like and subscribe. It really does help move my channel forward. And take a look at this next video.